Our three experts are on board, so let's introduce them. Ruchit Jain, Sarvendra Srivastav, as well as Rajesh Sharma. Welcome to BNSN, the stock game. I'm going to start off with you, Ruchit. Let's dissect stock number one. Biocon is what you're bullish on. Take us through the kind of levels that you're mapping out and how do you see the long-term charts shaping up?
Hi, good morning. Overall, we have seen formation of this higher top, higher bottom on weekly as well as monthly charts in Biocon. The stock is trading its all-time high, and generally when we calculate targets for all-time high, we calculate it by taking reciprocal retracement of previous corrective move. So first target or resistance was coming around 624.25. Now that has been crossed yesterday, which takes the next target to 680. So we are expecting continuation of this uptrend, and hence I have given a buy in Biocon. Just from short-term 1 or 2 trading days perspective, one can buy with stop loss below 631, and first target would be 654, and positionally the stock has potential to go up to 680.
Okay, that's Biocon for you and Ruchit Jain's first trading recommendation in his portfolio. Sarvendra, let's discuss DB Realty. Then you've placed a buy call on this one with a target price of 53.9. Of all the real estate stocks, why do you like DB Realty?
I think this stock is definitely more range bound, and the overall setups medium term are looking good on this one, because I think the worst probably is over and the stock has had a painful kind of a consolidation and spent a lot of time at lower levels around 40-45. Now that we are wanting to move out, it's chalking out a good medium term reversal pattern. Breakouts on that one would probably happen above 50 to 53 levels, but my sense is that probably it's inevitable and the breakout will happen. So we'll like to trade for targets of in the region of around 54, 53.90 to be precise for the day, and anybody wanting to hold it for maybe a month or so would look at targets in the region of 65 to 68 as well. So look to buy for those targets. For the show, I think we'll keep a target of 53.90, keep a stop loss at 49.40 for DB Real Estate.
Okay, DB Realty looking pretty weak in the session right now, and as we speak, it's languishing around that level of about 58. Meantime, let's get in Rajesh's first recommendation, a fresh pick. You're retaining Maharashtra Seamless. What is it that makes the stock so attractive, and do you think that it can even surpass levels of about 234 where you've placed the target?
Well, morning all and viewers. You see, the stock has, what I like about the stock is that it has been a picture of resilience, in the sense that yesterday in a weak market it held on to its own, and there's nothing in the chart which suggests any kind of weakness. In fact, it has given a breakout rising from 130 to 25-30 levels and giving a 85-90% kind of return, and still making giving a breakout means that the immediate targets for the stock could be 260-65. So hence among all the stock that I have given yesterday, I thought that probably this is the one that I should carry along, and moreover the charts give you a confidence. That's why I've chosen the Maharashtra Seamless.
That's the word coming in, some confidence coming in on the stock as well. Move on then and talk about Ruchit's second trading idea, which is in the name of Ashok Leyland, a buy call there again, and the target price has been set out as 105. Now, Ruchit, over the last 1 month, the stock has lost about 4 to 4.5%. Do you expect some recovery coming in on Ashok Leyland?
Yeah, so although recently the stock has not done that well in last 15-20 sessions, but if we observe last 3 or 4 months, then during the month of March, the stock gave a breakout of its important resistance, which was around 9900, and that was earlier all-time high level. So now after giving a breakout, the stock rallied up to 114, and now again a pullback, it has come to 9900. So earlier resistance which was there for the stock, now it should act as a support. Also, we have 89 days of exponential moving average in the daily charts coming in over here. So it's a multiple support zone around 99 to 100 in this stock, and definitely even if not resumption of the uptrend, but at least a pullback rally up to 105, 106, which should be retracement of recent corrective move, should coming in this stock in near term. And even at current levels, one should look to buy Ashok Leyland purely from short term trading perspective. Keep a stop loss below 97 rupees and a target of 105.
Some of the important levels for now. 100 is where the stock is just about perched onto. Ruchit, in fact, talking about buying it with a target of 105 rupees. Sarvinder, Dabur is the stock in focus. A lot of people are of the view that with the improving monsoon prospects as well as the overall economy seeing an uptick, we might just see a lot of these plays doing well. Why does Dabur stand out amongst its peers?
Yeah, I think last 15-20 days, the stock has been witnessing good volumes as well as delivery-based buying, and has consolidated nicely in this range of around 280 to 285. Now I think clearly it is wanting to move out of that range, so we'll look to buy for a target of around 889.90 and keep a stop loss at 279.90.
That's the word coming in on Dabur India at this point in time. 0.5% of an uptick coming in for the stock. Let's discuss Nifty as well. And Ruchit, or rather Rajesh, that's your sell idea. Nifty index, you're placing a sell idea on this one for the futures with a target price of about 7686. What are the key levels that you'll be monitoring on Nifty?
Well, Kamya, if you see after breaking the level of 7,770 in fact, the stock has now, I mean, the Nifty index is now has come down to the 7735 level. This is a level which where the Nifty is now perched precariously for the last two trading session, and the sense is that probably this might get taken in at some point of time, maybe today or maybe tomorrow, because against the backdrop of weak global cues, if you see that the imminent federal rate hike deadline has already started, countdown has begun, and then a referendum of British exit from the European Union is also due. And moreover, closer home, if you see we are near the Nifty expiry considerations, and monsoon concerns are also there. So a lot of there's haze on the Nifty index, and global cues are also suggesting the down move. I think a technical picture doesn't inspire much, and all the if you see major momentum indicators, they are racing in the negative territory. In my sense is that probably going forward we'll see the Nifty grind lower only. I expect markets to fall down to 7,550 level in absence of any major trigger, and that's why I've given a sell call on Nifty futures.
Okay, so clearly the buy is on the downside, and that's the view coming in from Rajesh. He's shorting the Nifty right now. 7730 is where the index is placed at, and it's an awfully listless move in trade right now. Let's nail it down then to the last and final ideas. But before we do that, take a glimpse of the calculators, tell you who is currently in the leading spot on the stock game. Well, first up, let's have a look at Ruchit Jain's portfolio. 3 buys, a solitary sell on BEML, no targets or stop losses hit. Marico is the only soft spot, and that's dragging down the entire portfolio. Of course, from day one, it's down by about 0.8%, 4,230 rupees. That's what Ruchit is losing right now. What about Sarvinder? Well, for now, he's been stopped out on GHCL. Amara Raja is where he's hit the bullseye. And though he's making gains on 2 stocks, the portfolio is in the red, losing out 1,920. That's about 0.3% off. Rajesh Sharma then finally, and remember, he's got 2 buys, 2 sells. Andhra Sugars, where he's been stopped out. Just Dial is where he's making some spectacular gains, and he's got the target price achieved there, about 0.2% for now. It's 1,430 rupees, which puts him in the leading spot, followed by Sarvinder and Ruchit. Quick break right here on the show. Come right back as we'll be dissecting some more ideas.
Long-term stock ideas of private high net worth investors with Vinay Khattar of Edelweiss Securities. And Power your portfolio with top picks from the Sharekhan stable with Hemang Jani. Catch Vinay Khattar and Hemang Jani exclusively on ET Now. Make the best gains in your investments with D Street's best analysts. Get the best market analysis every trading day. Exclusively on ET Now.
Great to have you back with us, and we're currently looking at the Nifty at about 77.25, with now the small cap index clearly in the red as it's down by 1%. But we're in conversation with our experts chatting about all of their top recommendations. Ruchit, we spoke about Biocon and Ashok Leyland. Now let's talk about the sell recommendation. BEML, how much more downside do you see here?
So it's purely a demand-supply game in BML, which I have analyzed it. Recently, in the month of April and during the first week of March, the stock had formed a double bottom pattern of 867.68. So that was a bullish pattern which was formed, and in spite of such a positive or bullish development on the charts, the stock didn't manage to hold on those levels. A slight marginal bounce back came, and again it had breached those double bottom lows. So that's clearly identification that there's a more supply coming in this stock at every higher level rather than demand coming in even at support levels, and hence I'm expecting further downside in these stocks. The RSI is also pointing at momentum to go more downside in the stock. So I'm expecting target somewhere in the range of 805 to 800, and can keep a stop loss on 880 on short positions.
Okay, that's the view. For now, the stock is definitely sulking in the session, down in excess of 1%. That was the sell recommendation from Ruchit. Sarvendra, meantime, GHCL is a stock that you're upbeat on. How are you mapping it on the charts, and where is it that you believe the stock can reach up to?
See, I think within a month or so, if someone has a horizon of more than a month, I think the stock is looking extremely good. Probably today also we had a bad whipsaw on the stock, where probably we had a one bad morning tick where we got the stop taken out, but the targets have been met for the day after that. So that's slightly unfortunate, but yeah, the stock is looking fairly good if someone has a horizon of more than 1 month, and I expect that the stock can easily do a 180, 185 going forward. So anybody who's holding it already and probably wants to hold, I think
Okay, can
180,
still
185 should be targets to look at.
Okay, continue to hold on to the stock. 168 is the target that he has placed. For now, the stock is quoting in the green. Let's talk about Rajesh's next recommendation. You spoke about the Nifty, and now let's chat sugar. It's a little bit of a down day for the markets as a whole. A lot of the sugar stocks too are feeling the heat, but they've been newsmakers of late. Does Andhra Sugar seem like, if you had to cherry pick within the pocket, this one would stand out?
Yes, Awan, definitely it should stand out, though I've been stopped out, but you see it's extremely valuable buy. I just like to, dwell upon its fundas a bit. This sugar stock is not actually a sugar stock mainly. It has got a very diversified portfolio, and it has got interest in power, caustic soda, poultry feed, and as well as sugar molasses, and as well as providing, liquid propellant fuel to the India's space program, particularly the ISRO's rocket engines and the missile programs. So that way it's not dependent solely on sugar itself. I'm very bullish on the stock, and I hold it personally also in my portfolio, and I believe that soon it has a minor resistance around 211. I believe that it should take it today or maybe tomorrow or in the next few sessions, and should test its all-time high levels of 255. The technical picture is definitely little overbought, but I was hoping that it would just carry, the momentum would carry, because yesterday it held on to its own despite a weak market and closed at a new 52-week high. I think it's a value buy. One can have it, and it should test its all-time highs of 255 soon. So hence a buy call in Andhra Sugar.
Okay, and take a look at the stock in the last 1 year. It has been an impressive performer, up in excess of 100%, 199. That's where it's currently perched at. And in fact, Rajesh believes that there is a lot more room to go. Moving on then to the last and final idea, and staying with the theme of some of the FMCG companies, we chatted about Dabur with Sarvender, but let's talk about Marico then. And Ruchit, why does this one appeal to you at 247? Is it a good time to buy?
Yeah, overall, if we observe, then the stock is continuously forming this higher top, higher bottom since quite a long time. And whenever the stock corrects, generally 5 to 7% correction, again we see some sort of demand coming in over here. We are expecting in short term the stock should trade in the range of 240 to 257, 258. So yesterday the prices have taken support at the lower end of the range of 240, and we are just expecting the stock to again move to the higher end of the range, which will come on 257. So at current levels one can look to buy this stock, keep a stop loss below 240 and for the target of 257.
Okay, those are some of the levels to watch out for. Marico is clearly a stock to reckon with. Moving right on then, Sarvender, let's talk about Amara Raja. And by the way, we're anticipating its numbers later today. Ahead of that, take a look at how nervous the stock is. In fact, it's down by about 4% plus right now. Remember, in terms of what we're going down with, we're expecting a top line growth that's flat at 1195 crore rupees. Margins are seen at about 17.4, and the profit is seen higher by about 21%. How are you looking at it on the charts?
See, I think Amara Raja is within our top sales right now and would probably continue for some more time. Now with result, you can have some choppiness, and in fact, it's gone way beyond our targets as well for the day. So in that sense, as I said, a clear sign of weakness here. Pullbacks, if any, probably will get sold into. So anybody who's not been able to do it right now probably can wait for the results and use a pullback to probably create some shorts in that particular stock. But for the day, more or less, my targets have been met, so would have to give a pass as far as the levels are concerned right now. But yeah, I think this stock can easily, after a pullback, probably easily test 850 thereabouts in the next 15-20 days.
Okay, so Amara Raja is the stock in question for now. All eyes will be on the numbers, and the stock price has been achieved. Finally then, Just Dial under pressure. Brokerages are seriously writing off this one, talking about reducing their estimates going forward by way of earnings. Bank of America has reiterated the underperform rating. They've even slashed the target price to 660. So Rajesh, what is it that you're doing with the stock?
Well, I've given a short call and my target has been met. Well, the stock yesterday reacted to its poor set of numbers actually. And if you see after the result and yesterday's fall, the technical picture is hardly encouraging, as all the leading momentum indicators like RSI, MACD, they're all racing towards the negative zone. And I expect the stock to in fact grind lower to some 500 levels because there is a head and shoulder pattern which is getting evident, which is in the making. In fact, it has gotten completed yesterday probably, and the evidence of that suggests that the stock may grind to 510 or so. So hence a sell call on the stock.
Okay, that's a view coming in, and a good call given the stock is under acute pressure in trade right now. But on that note, gentlemen, lovely having you with us on the show. Thanks so much for joining in and sharing with us all of your top trading recommendations. We leave the index fairly quiet right now at levels of 77.24 and wind it down on the show. Coming up next is Market Sense.